The First Coast News Weather Team, sponsored by AC Designs.
Thank you, Robert. And I want to underline what Robert focused on, and that is help your neighbors. And specifically, unfortunately, we've seen this over the last 5 decades, that during the winter, after the hurricane season, we go back to see who was caught by especially the storm surge. And it tends to be a particular group, that doesn't have a vehicle. And within that group, it tends to be the elderly, and it tends to be single moms, again, that don't have vehicles. So make sure, even if you feel strong and you have lots of options, you can leave as quick as you want to and whenever you want to. Maybe someone down the street can't. And maybe eyeball some of those neighbors and potential friends right now. The good news is no tropical cyclone concern for us for quite a while, but we have a lot of heat out there. In fact, if you want to be a forecaster, you can pretty much paint where the arc of the storms are now. Notice where the 80s and the 90s are, and then giving way to 70s and where it's even cooler. That's where the storms are. This is from the Severe Storms Forecast Office, and the more intense color indicates where the highest risk of storms have been today and will be. And we're pretty much talking about from southern Missouri through Nashville. Notice as we go from Wednesday to Thursday, it settles to the south. It's not as intense, but still some damaging storms there from Dallas all the way to Georgia. Now, I do want to emphasize, although this says Thursday, the highest risk would be very late in the day on Thursday for those of you north of Waycross. I think for those of us in most of the Jacksonville metropolitan area, if we're going to have severe weather, it wouldn't be until Thursday night or on into Friday. We will have showers and thunderstorms around on Friday. The big question is the exact timing and just how many of them might be damaging. We will not have anything through the evening hours tonight. This is just a computer model, but I think it does a pretty good job. Here we are tomorrow evening, and if this is exactly right, it shows a damaging storm between Brunswick and Savannah, and storms, but not damaging from Brunswick to Waycross. So it's going to be close. So we'll keep a close watch on it for you, especially over southeastern Georgia. Then things weaken a bit before we have clouds that may eventually allow another line of thunderstorms come through the area Friday. For some of us, it might not occur until about this time on Friday. But if you just care about the cool weather, yes, there's cooler weather on the way. These storms are along a cool front, not here Thursday, approaching on Friday, thus the storms. But notice by the weekend, by Saturday, that cool front's south of us. Same thing for Sunday, although we're going to watch because that's a strong front, and that front will eventually bring us a lot of rain, at least potentially, looking ahead to much of next week. So again, the heat will break by the weekend, and we have certainly been dry, and at least there's some positive news there as some, well, natural hydration on the way.
Thank you.